Office. We value the continued partnership with Ashley Garner and her team at FDLE, the State Attorney's Office, from Monique Worrell's office, and additional resources to collaborate with the homicide investigators through the entire review process. These cold cases are very time-consuming. The two cases resolved today have taken over a year to conclude with factual findings. One case involved 13 to 14 months of work. The other case was about 11 months of work. While they're doing that work, they're also have their daily workload as other cases come into them. The hundreds of hours for each team member, and they have additional duties while they're working the cold cases. I've supported this program since I came in June. We've met several times to discuss the cold case unit, and it's very worthy of our time and effort to give these families closures and answers. The attempt to resolve more cases that are out there, which we have on the wall here behind you. We have 6 faces up of the 32 remaining cases we have open. With those cases, we've asked anybody, if you recognize any of these people in there, have any tips or information about the folks on the screen, to please contact Crime Line and provide us any tips or information so we can try to resolve those cases. I would like to introduce Kelly McDonald, the mom of DeAndre. I want to discuss this case real quick. June 24 of 2007, June 24 of 2007, 18 years ago, 17-year-old DeAndre Wellnitz suffered a fatal stab wound to his chest at a house party, which is over off Ivy Lane in Kissimmee. After months of investigative work, the fatal stabbing in the case went cold. After the team here at the cold case unit picked up the case October 2024, a person of interest identified and located in Orlando in September of 2025. During the interview, that individual admitted that he was at a party in 2007. He said he was struck during a fight, and he picked up a kitchen knife in defense of himself, and he stood and waved in an attempt to distance himself from the others of the party. During that process, DeAndre was stabbed, ultimately died from the stab wounds. The other case we're going to discuss is Yamil Baez-Quinones. This occurred on February 23rd of 2022. There were shots fired near the address of 305 Indian Point Circle in Kissimmee. 23-year-old Yamil Baez-Quinones was shot several times and pronounced deceased on the scene. The case was inactivated after exhausting all the leads we had at that time. The case was reopened in October of 2024. In May 22 of 2025, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit obtained an arrest warrant for Luis Gonzalez. He was born 3/1 of 2012. The suspect was located, and with the help of the U.S. Marshals, eventually arrested and booked to the Osceola County Jail. Luis Gonzalez was charged with first-degree manslaughter with a weapon and first-degree robbery with a firearm, which both are felonies. They were filed to the State Attorney's Office on September 19th of 2025. We provided you all with some brochures that Captain Montez has on the 6 faces on the wall here. Our hope is that somebody out there hearing this press conference will be able to help us with information and tips on these other cases, or hopefully somebody that's doing nefarious acts will see this and decide that they don't want to end up like these 2 gentlemen. Do you have any questions? Nope. Want to speak or no? I want to call up, you want to come up? I'll call up DeAndre's mother. I'd like to say something.
I would just like to thank the Osceola County Sheriff's Department for the amazing job that they did in investigating this case. 18 years, and an angel appeared, Detective Ruiz. And it was truly an answered prayer for this to be solved. I appreciate the empathy that was shown, as well as them being straightforward and honest with all the details. What it has done for me is given me closure to say that, you know, they actually investigated. They went through everything. She traveled out of state. She did an amazing job. And I'm able to stop playing the story that I played for 18 years over and over again in my head, that I'm able to see something different. I'm able to have peace now. And that would not have been possible if it wasn't for the hard work that they put in to solve this case. And I am forever grateful for that. They did an amazing, stellar job. And I'm so grateful. And I hope that in these other cases that if someone knows something, they come forward and help give the family some type of closure and some answers. Because, you know, solving the cases is not only about just having closure, it's also about having a resolve. Even if it's not what you think it should be, the resolve is everything. For me, I'm very satisfied with the outcome and with the work that was done, and I just like to thank everybody. Thank you.
Call up DeAndre's brother.
So my name is Clarence Chappelle. I'm one of the younger brothers of DeAndre Wellnitz. And, you know, I was 15 when my brother was murdered, and that led me just down a really dark path. And I know there are many people watching today, many young people, even parents of young people, that maybe you don't know what to do with your kids. You don't know what's going on. But I just want to say that there's an answer. There's hope, that no one is too far gone. And I believe that if the community as a whole, from families, from church, from the sheriff's department, will come together and actually begin to just serve one another, I believe that we'll see things that have never been seen before. Law and order is not just something that's up to, you know, law enforcement, but it's God's design. Justice is God's design for the earth, and I believe that when the church begins to respond to what's happening in the community, even with events like this, even if you don't have any sort of connection to any of these names that you know, but the easiest way to get rid of the darkness is you just turn on the light. And so I want to invite the local church to reach out, to meet with Sheriff Blackman and see how you can get involved, to see you know, a lot of this violence just come to an end. My brother was 17, had I believe a 3.5 GPA, had a great future ahead of him. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's not just his story, so many people. And so our choices matter, our small choices matter. And so I just want to encourage us as a community to start making those small choices in the right direction, to see wholeness and freedom come to our city and to our youth. So if you, and this is also if you know anything about any of these cases that are here, man, if you've been sitting for 30, 40 years on something, it's never too late. It's never too late. There are people waiting, longing to see some sort of information about their family members. I carried that pain in my heart of my brother for 18 years, and, you know, it finally came. And so I know there's other people just waiting for some sliver of hope, and you might be the one with that. So if you have any information with these cases, I encourage you to come forward, reach out, especially if you're a leader in the local church here in Kissimmee, Florida. Reach out to the Sheriff's Department, see how you can get involved to make our city a safer place. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out. Again, we've got the cases here. We're going to list all of our cold cases that are unsolved on our website. There will be 32 cases listed. So if anybody has any tips or information that you can help us with, please contact Crime Line or the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. As the gentleman just said, if you have any information you think may give us any hope, any light into the case, please give us a call. And our challenge to the community is help us help you. If you know any information, have any tips, any leads, please reach out to the Crime Line or the Sheriff's Office. Thank you all for coming.
Guys, I'll provide digitally what for the 6 that are up there. I'll send an email out that has the digital images and the synopsis, so you'll get it all digitally, so you can have it, make it easier for you. If anybody has any questions or anything, just, I will include both of their pictures because we did change the picture for Yamil, so So I will include those pictures in the email I sent out.